Alright, hey guys, Waifu Belector here, the only fair human on earth, and today we're gonna have a little chat about one of the few big Xbox releases of the year, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And to be completely honest, the deepest of deep dives isn't particularly necessary here, so I anticipate a fairly lean video, but no promises. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to the point, so remember to give a thumbs up if you end up enjoying the video and consider subscribing. Now, I've got pretty good things to say about this game, but this still isn't exactly a glowing review. I'll start off like this. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, as in Indiana Jones game, is clearly playing off of the established franchise, dying or dead as it may be, and because of that, the bulk of players come in with expectations that it will deliver on what they've come to know of the franchise. And I'm here to tell you that this game absolutely does that. The light-hearted, globe-trotting, puzzle-solving adventures of Indiana Jones are very well represented and translated into the gaming medium. I myself am an Indiana Jones fan, not the biggest ever, mind you, not even close, but I've seen the movies more than once over. Well, not that latest one where Harrison Ford was 100 years old, but my point is I'm quite familiar with the franchise and I enjoy it. I'm familiar with its formula, its appeal, and trappings. And the Great Circle has everything that you'd want from an Indiana Jones game in a nice, competent package. So, as you may or may not know, Indy isn't all about shoot guns and kung fu or anything like that. He's about adventure spectacle and using his brain to unearth historical secrets. And going into the game, especially because it's developed by Machine Games, most known for Wolfenstein, I thought they might go very shooty just to try and spice things up. But no, this game stays very true to what you think being Indy would play like. It is an adventure puzzle game first and foremost, and when there are enemies around, stealth is greatly encouraged over brute force. But of course, Indy's not all brains, so you'll engage in a decent amount of fist fights as well by the end of things. And the stealth is a pretty standard affair. It's competent but not mind-blowing. I actually found a lot of the sneaking areas and sections to have a good flow of enemies and routes. Nothing that leaves you standing in the same spot for too long wondering how you're gonna get by, mostly. And that's partly due to the fact that the stealth is simple and really has no depth of mechanics. You know, the bad guys walk their routes, they get the yellow icon when they're suspicious, you try not to be seen, and you knock the guys out from behind. Basic stuff, nothing crazy. But the game is probably better off not trying to overcomplicate things, and that not overcomplicating it does remove the chance that the game will blow your socks off with its stealth, but it also lessens the margin for error. So there's a trade-off there, but honestly it feels like a favorable trade-off here for the Great Circle. But of course the bread and butter of the Great Circle's gameplay isn't its stealth or its platforming, but its puzzles. Because what better way to feel like Indiana Jones himself than to solve puzzles for loot and knowledge, right? So there are puzzles around every corner of this game, both on the main path and off to the side. Because as I said near the beginning, this is a puzzle game. But how is the puzzle quality? Well, they're actually good. Every now and then you do run into the absurdly easy puzzle, and extra rarely you might see one that's strangely confusing, but the large majority of the time you're interacting with a lot of sweet spot puzzles that aren't too hard, aren't too easy, and are satisfying to solve. They're just well done. They aren't creatively on the tier of something like Tears of the Kingdom, but still serving up mostly quality puzzles. And while the whole game is serving up the gallivanting adventure story spectacle you'd expect out of a cinematic game, and especially one based on Indiana Jones, in my opinion, as a complete package, this is on par with the games that have substituted for Indiana Jones while it was only in movie form. I'm mainly talking about Uncharted, but also Tomb Raider and its reboot trilogy. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is 100% on par with all of that. The level of polish and sheen may overall be a little bit less than Uncharted, but on the other end, keep this a secret, but the gameplay is a little bit better. So yeah, if you really enjoy movie games where the game part of the game isn't really incredibly involved, and if you like Indiana Jones, I think you'll absolutely love this game. To be honest, everything the Great Circle does is not new, it's not above and beyond, it's not even too shiny to ignore. It just puts something very familiar together in a neat, enjoyable package. And the most impressive thing it has is absolutely nailing the tone of its IP, which is great if you love this IP, but will do little for everyone else. And seeing as how the Indiana Jones franchise is all but deceased, you see where I'm going. If I had to put a number on it, I'd say it's a nice crisp 7 out of 10. I think most people who experience it will think it's good, and if you're a big old indie enjoyer, that objective number 7 is out the window, and you'll probably downright love it. Okay though, I think that's it. It's all pretty straightforward, and this was pretty much the last notable game of the year, so nothing else to do now but compile a top games of 2024 list. And you know what? It kinda sucks that this game likely won't sell that well, because I would play another one of these, honestly. But it is what it is. I've long been at peace with the fact that Indiana Jones is dead. So yeah, on to the 2024 list. But until then, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed, or even subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, let me know what you thought of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle if you've played it. And if you haven't, it's out now on Xbox and PC, and you can play it for no extra charge if you have Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass for PC. Okay though, thanks for watching, and until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I like Indiana Jones. Goodbye.